welcome back to my channel. Hello if you are new. So recently on one of my grocery haul videos, I had requests on how I grocery shop and how I spend my $50 a month. So for those of you that don't know, I budget $50 a month for my groceries. Full disclosure, I have a grocery fund, which means that if I spend $30 last month, that means I have $20 left over to go to this month. So instead of, I put $50 in my budget this month, but I actually have $70 to spend because it rolls over from the month before. So that's how I've been grocery shopping. So it is $50 a month because it's $50 that I am putting towards my groceries every month. But if I have money from last month, that's how I spend. In general, I'll have months that I'll go way over and other months that I don't even come close to $50. So that's how it balances out and how I know I always have money for groceries. Because some months I'm stocking up on groceries and other months I'm just eating what I have stocked up on. So here are my tips for shopping. First of all, I shop at Aldi's because that is the least expensive grocery store in my area. If you have an Aldi's, I highly recommend checking it out. I have found stuff that I could never afford at other stores that I can afford here within my budget, and it's good, if not better, when I've had it at Aldi's versus another grocery store. There are also some things that I haven't enjoyed as much. For instance, do not buy the marshmallows. I personally hated the marshmallows at Aldi's and would rather go to another grocery store for marshmallows, but I don't buy them very often, so it's not a huge deal. So let me get started. The first big tip for saving money when you're grocery shopping is going through your pantry, your fridge, and your freezer before you go grocery shopping. Pick out the things that are about to go bad and the stuff that you need to use up, just so you don't waste the food. Wasting food is a huge waste of money. So, for instance, this last week, I bought a rotisserie chicken. I still have part of that chicken left. So this week, I'm going to make a note to make turkey sandwiches with this rotisserie chicken, or put it in pasta or something else that I can do with this chicken so I don't waste it. So it was on sale, so I spent, I think it was like $4 or $5 on that chicken. And because of that, because I didn't buy the ones from the fresh, I bought the day old ones that they put in up at the front, and day old isn't a big deal to me. So by doing that, not only did I save money initially, but I'm making sure not to waste that money that I spent and have to throw away the food. So that's a big deal. I also look at stuff that's not necessarily going to go bad, but stuff that I can pair with things that I may need. So for instance, I know that I have about a quarter of my rolled oats left. It's not going to go bad, but I like having oatmeal in the morning. But I do know that my vanilla yogurt is going to go bad. So what I'm going to do is make overnight oats. It's something that I've been making, so I already had it in my head that that's what I was going to make this week. But it's going to save me money because I actually don't need to buy anything for my breakfast. So there, my breakfast is taken care of, and it doesn't make me go to the grocery store and buy anything. For my lunch this week, I am going to make a pasta salad. I already have this tri-colored rotini that I got on sale at Aldi's, which I'll explain in a minute how I do that. I got this on sale, so I'm going to combine it with olives that were on sale at Aldi's that I already bought, and I went out and bought mushrooms that were on sale and broccoli that wasn't on sale but still is delicious. And so I have bought 2 items, and I already have a full lunch just from buying 2 items. So that's the kind of thing that I like doing, is just adding stuff in. Another way, if you're a person that gets tired of repeating the same meals over and over, I'm personally not a person that gets tired of that if it's within a week. So it's not an issue for me, but try and think of other ways to eat it. So for instance, I'm not going to use up all of these mushrooms, and I don't want to make another batch of pasta next week. So instead, I'm going to make a spinach salad And I can do spinach salad, or when I'm gonna have leftover spinach, I can throw this in a pasta and make a warm pasta with eggplant, broccoli, or chicken that I already have in my freezer. So I'm using what I already have to make sure nothing is wasted, and that saves me money. And then I'm buying stuff on sale, or stuff that I know I can make multiple meals with. It's very important to have something that you're not just going to use for one meal and then have everything else go bad in the freezer or the fridge. So my next tip when you're shopping is look at the ounces. My biggest example of this is the peanut butter. When I go to Aldi's, there is a regular size peanut butter jar and a big size peanut butter jar. And depending what sales are going on, usually buying the bigger jar of peanut butter actually saves me money per ounce. And I get more peanut butter and I know it's not going to go bad. However, when the small peanut butter is on sale, it's actually cheaper for me to buy the smaller peanut butter per ounce. So kind of take a look when you're purchasing on that. If you're buying fresh stuff, for instance, I know a while back I was at Sam's Club with my grandparents and we were buying peaches. It was a huge thing of peaches that I knew were going to go bad. Is a single person or my grandparents a couple, we knew that we couldn't get individually, if we each bought the thing of peaches, we knew we couldn't get through it. So we split the cost of the peaches and each took half of the peaches. So the food wasn't wasted and we got the peaches cheaper and saved money and food waste. So what I mean by that is if I would have gotten the part of my peaches that I took at Aldi's, I would have spent more than I would have spent from splitting the cost with my grandparents at Sam's Club. So look at splitting grocery costs with someone if possible. If you're a part of a family, it's probably not a big deal wasting food like that. But for me, living by myself, buying the bigger containers can sometimes cause problems. So while it seems that initially you're saving money, you're really not in the long run because you're throwing that money that you spent away. So just kind of take into consideration that kind of stuff. Then we have the Aldi Savers. So when I say things are on sales, they have Aldi Savers, which are both in this paper and some are not. So know that not everything you see is going to be in this. For example, this one is not a really good one because it was the week of Valentine's Day. So the whole bottom half is chocolates, wine, and flowers, something that I don't care about because I'm not going to spend money on this. For someone that is, it might be useful. But for most of the times, it's food like this for the entire page that can save you money. So I try and take a look at this. I think you can also view them online based on your location, but I'm not 100% sure about that. But for instance, I knew that strawberries were $1.49, and for me this is a great deal. So I went ahead and bought some strawberries to snack on and made that my snack for the week. So I saved money and got a snack, which I was gonna buy something for a snack anyway. And this way I got it on sale because I changed what I was initially gonna go to. I originally was gonna buy grapes for my snack, but I wasn't really craving the grapes. So I just changed it to strawberries because at the end of the day, it was cheaper to buy the strawberries. So that's kind of what I do. As for the Aldi Savers that aren't in this, some of my biggest examples are the pasta or the olives that I showed you. It's not that they were super inexpensive or expensive before. It's just that I knew I was going to use the item coming up. Like this tricolored rotini, I think I've had in my pantry for a month. And while I didn't have a meal planned for it, I knew that I could use this to my benefit. Now, this does not give you a reason to be like, yes, I'm going to use that random thing, buy it. And just because it's on sale does not give you a reason to go and buy the item. But if you know you can make a decent meal with this and stuff that you already have in your pantry, such as the olives I already knew that I had in there. When I saw this pasta, I went, I have olives, I have an Italian dressing, I can make this pasta salad. But I just left it in there for a while because I had other stuff that I wanted first. But when I came to this, it actually cost me, I want to say like 20 or 30 cents less to go ahead and buy it a month ago versus when I finally decided to have it this week, I would have had to buy it at full price. Another example of that is my oatmeal. So this is the one that has a quarter left. This will easily get me through this week, but I went ahead and bought another container because I know that I love oatmeal. I consistently eat oatmeal almost every single week. So it makes sense for me to repurchase this at the 70 or 80 cents less that it was this week than going next week when I needed it and having to pay that 70 or 80 cents. So really just kind of take a look, and if it's something like the oats for me that I use every week, if it's on sale this week, even if you don't need it, you might as well go ahead and buy it if you know you're going to consistently eat it. If you're not going to, if you don't know if you're really going to eat it, then just don't buy it because it's not worth buying and then not using and wasting that money. So overall, those are my tips for you if you're going to be shopping. Another option is looking at other grocery stores for sale. For me, I found after looking at different sales that for the most part, it's not worth it for me to go to other grocery stores and look at their sales because 95% of the time, the items are the same, if not higher, even on sale compared to all these prices. However, I have found a few things, such as mac and cheese can go on sale and will end up being less than Aldi's at one of the grocery stores every 3 to 6 months. So I stock up at that grocery store and buy 5 to 6 things of mac and cheese instead of buying it at Aldi's, just because I know it's something that's quick and easy to have on hand at my house, and it's cheaper to buy when it's on sale at that grocery store versus Aldi's. In general, I don't really go to grocery stores and I don't even pay attention to the sales, but if I hear of something, because my grandparents don't go to Aldi's, then I might head out, or when I go grocery shopping with them at Sam's, I can just go and see what the sales are, and if I know the prices, like I know kind of what a lot of the prices are at Aldi's just because I've shopped there for so long, so I can easily go ahead and purchase that and save money. Another thing is that I don't make a trip to the grocery store. It's more like I'm going to my grandparents' house and the grocery store is on the way, so I'll stop in. I don't go out of my way to go to the other grocery store because then I'm wasting gas, and gas is not cheap, especially for the car I drive. So those are my tips for saving money for the grocery store. There's a lot of other little things that you can do to save money, but those are the tips that I have for you. Just don't be afraid to really look at things. People might think you're weird if you're standing there staring at 2 jars of peanut butter and doing the math in your head or even on your phone. But if that saves you $6 or $7 throughout the year, it might be worth it to you. It might not, but for me, it is, because every dollar counts when I'm on my debt-free journey. So thank you guys for watching. I know that this was a long video and I really hope this helped you to save money when you're grocery shopping. I know that these tips have really helped me. I've kind of combined them from a few different YouTubers and blogs that I've read and adapted over time. So none of these ideas are really originally mine. They're stuff that I've picked up and used throughout the past few years when I've been grocery shopping, along with tips that honestly I grew up on, like looking at the ounces and even shopping at Aldi's initially. These were all things that my family did to save money, so I kind of took that on as I became an adult and started shopping by myself. So thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe for other videos on how to save money. And if you have any more suggestions like this video, then let me know, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!
Right now, we can change anything and make it better. Together now we're strong, don't question it. The truth will